Hey guys, this is Hairball G and welcome to a semi-tutorial, semi-showcase for a loot randomizer design I've been working on. So, in adventure maps, mostly hack and slash or like role-playing maps, you'll find chests scattered around, and you might find some pretty neat items in there. Just walking along, you run up to a chest. Oh, look at all that loot. Well, before there was really no way to do randomized loot for levels and stuff if you're building it. Except there were a couple things, like when you enter a room, it would set off a bunch of dispensers, and items would land on the chest, and you could pick those up. So there was a few things you could do to randomize loot in chests. But now, in the snapshot, there are trapped chests. As you can see, the texture is a bit different from the normal chest, and they send off a redstone signal. So if we look here, there are dispensers, and everyone knows that dispensers will dispense their items randomly. So now if I open the chest, I will get a set of random items. So you can see there's a bunch of loot in here, and it will toss me one out of the 9 things of loot there are in here per dispenser. So let's check that again. Yep, I get more loot, and of course it works on smaller chests, and that'll only give me 1 thing of loot because it's smaller and it only has 1 dispenser under it. Now the problem with this is a player, it is randomized, it works pretty good, but a player could just open it, close it, open it, close it, and just get all the loot in the chest, and the randomizer would serve no purpose whatsoever. And so, by making the thing a little bit bigger, I will get loot, and it will only work once. And so that's a much better way of doing randomized loot, because the player will get a set of random gear. I got leather pants and a nether star, and they won't be able to just spam the box open and get all the loot in the dispensers. So let's break this and see how it works. So for those of you who are following the updates and whatnot, you will know that there is a new block called the block of redstone. And for those of you who don't know, it's fine, I'll explain it right now. It's a block that, I guess it sends out a redstone signal. It's a like hard powered block or something. I'm really not too good on it, but it sends out a signal. And what I did with this is, let's break that. When the chest is opened, it will send out a redstone signal. Okay. And that will activate this piston. Now notice how it's not a sticky piston, it's a normal piston. And so if I open it, it will shoot the piston up, and this block will move here, thus activating these dispensers. And this will only work once because the piston will not retract. So that's pretty neat, and it looks like I activated and got some loot out of that. But that was unsatisfactory for me. I wanted a design that I could reset. Now you can see I added a few decorations to these, and these are actually to cover up some redstone wiring that I have, so it looks nicer. So let's go over here and open this one. So I get loot. Not very good loot this time. randomized loot doesn't always work in your favor. But, so, yeah, I can't do it again, but this has a reset. It's just press that and it resets. So in maps, you could have a signal going around the map that resets all the chests, and so that you can access the loot again. So that's very useful for map makers. Say, let's say you're building like a dungeon crawling map or something, and you want the players to get random loot. Well, they can come in here, open the chest, get their random loot, and of course they can't get it again. But then once they beat the level, and they move on, they complete some other stuff, and they're returned back to that same level, but harder mobs spawn or something like that. You can send a little pulse, and that will reset the loot so they can re-loot the chests in the room. So let's break this and see how this works. I'm only going to, looks like some bats got in there, or spawned in there. I'm only going to show the building process of one of these, because this still is not my most satisfied product. So let's see what goes on here. It's basically the same as the other one, except the piston fires the block of redstone to, let's just open that. So it moves it to here, which travels up here and activates these dispensers. And now you can see there's another piston right here, and all you have to do is send a signal in, and the piston will push the block of redstone back. So it is fully resettable and quite good. Looks like I got a creeper head. Oh my gosh. Because I reset it. Alright, now, so I said before that this was not my most satisfied product. That is because, well, you can go around, you know, doing that, getting loot thrown at you, but it isn't the same as getting the loot out of the chest. So I tested out some stuff. I tried to make a thing where it would dump the items in the chest using hoppers. Now, I think it was space constraints. I was trying to make it really, really small, and it didn't seem to work out. I tried to use pistons. Let me show you what I was having trouble with. So if I put a hopper down, oh, I need a chest too. If I put a hopper down, I can throw in an item, and the item will go through the hopper and into the chest. It's cool, right? But I had an issue when the dispenser spit out the item. It would actually spit the item out like this, and it would land on the edge, and the item would not go into the hopper. And so that was not good. Could not have that. It would just keep landing like that, because dispensers actually have quite a bit of throwing force, and so it would just not go in. Well, that one went in, but it would not go in the hopper. So I went screw space, I'm gonna make this work. And so I have a little building process right here. It uses pistons to uses pistons to push that item that's stuck right there into that hopper, like so. So now, yep, it's in there. So I'm gonna show this off in a second, right after. No, we could go straight to it. So hoppers normally work like this, where you put it on top of something and it dumps the item into the chest that's below it. But fun thing, if I hold shift and click on the chest, you can see that the hopper actually connects to it sideways like this, and I can shift and click on the hopper and it'll connect to it like this. So I can just make a whole line of hoppers and dump an item into it, and it will end up in this chest. Pretty neat. Oh, we'll just dump that in there. So I think that's very useful. And one more thing that I found that was weird. Oh, I guess. Okay, yeah, a floating torch. Okay, before it just all the torches were floating. So yeah, I wanted to show that off, but I guess it fixed itself somehow. But anyway, so I have a hopper connected to there, and then a hopper connected to the hopper, and then hoppers going up like this. Basically what I was going to do is bring the line of hoppers out far enough so that I could fit in all these pistons and whatnot without actually screwing up the design of the chest. I didn't want to put a whole bunch of blocks everywhere and make the chest hard to see, because that just would not be the prettiest thing. And I had to draw it out a bit further, and I put a piston down like this, and so any item that ended up on the side would get pushed in. And for the sake of continuity, since this is a double chest, I decided to make it a double hopper, whatever, double hopper setup. And so you'll get 2 items per random click. And quite a bit changed between this thing and this one. I kind of got carried away in my building. But how it works is, once again, when you open the chest, it will push this block here, the redstone will run up, and it'll activate the dispensers, which have items in it. Now, the redstone signal will also, after a delayed period of time, come up here and activate these pistons. So the dispensers will shoot items out here, and they won't land in the hoppers, which is a shame. But it's cool because these pistons will activate and push the items into the hopper. So let me just demonstrate that. Okay, it looks like the items spat. I guess this isn't 100% fail-safe either. Let me try to troubleshoot what happened. Yeah, the items got like pushed way out. It works sometimes though, so let's just see that again. It is no longer working. Well, that's unsatisfactory. I'll be right back. Now, unfortunately, it looks like it is next to impossible to push the items into the hopper. I tried working with water and dispensers, but it looks like there was a change to the dispensers in that they now activate every time the signal strength changes. And now, so that just threw everything, out of control. And even then, even when the dispensers decided to work to my advantage, the items would still not land exactly like they would just land on the sides, even though the water had clearly pushed them into the middle. Now, so the hopper is working like this, where if you throw an item on the side, that is a bit of a problem for a couple of things, because items will not always go into them. Hopefully that is something that's going to be changed, but it might be on purpose to make things a little bit more difficult, I guess. So we're just gonna try a few things out, and this was working earlier before I started recording, and I don't know, I did try water and water pushing, and it didn't work out. Something would always go wrong. But we're gonna try this out again, see if it works. Alright, we got one item. One of the dispensers works, and the other one, it just sort of spits the item wherever the heck it wants. And I want to know which one that's from. So I'm gonna, yeah, this isn't quite how it was gonna go, so I guess I'll show you guys how to make those other ones. But okay, so that time we got both of them. That's good. Maybe, so that is uncovered now. Maybe that's why. But yeah, until there's some sort of change to the hoppers, I don't think this is gonna be this is gonna be a good thing. Unless, alright, if it works this third time, we'll call it good. Nope. Nope. Why? I guess the block is pushing it up instead of this way. Or it's firing too fast and they don't have a chance to land, but let me just increase that. Well, the hoppers are still a work in progress, so maybe there might be a change to them in the future. Yeah, we only get one item. Which one is that from? I know the emerald was in this one, so it must be this one that's not working. Or they both don't work. Alright, that is a little disappointing. I'm gonna keep working on this though in the future, and we'll try to make it work, but we'll just leave that as a work in progress, and I will show you how to make this guy right here, the fully resettable whatchamacallit, loot randomizer. Alright, so first what we're going to do is we're going to get a trapped chest like so, and this will send out a redstone signal. And now we'll go ahead and put the piston right under there. So as you can see, it'll get pushed. And let me grab this. Alright, so I'm going to need some redstone, some repeaters. I haven't messed around with the comparator yet. It's a little bit too confusing, and I really want to get the loot randomizer, the other one, fixed up before I start on anything else. So we got this guy, and that'll activate that redstone. And we're gonna need a reset. So we'll put that there. So it's a setup like this. Now if we bring that, if we do that, that'll be problematic. So we're gonna have to, I know, I wanted it compact. I want it compact, but redstone has its limits. So we're gonna bring it out like that, and we're going to bring it up like that. And now, depending on how high you want these dispensers, we can bring it up just like that. And it's good to have the dispensers fire right over the chest so the items land on the chest. So we're going to do that. I think, should we bring it up one more? Yeah, we should bring it up one more. So we'll do that and just make it look neater. And so the players cannot access the dispensers. We'll put ladders there. And we can just bring the redstone up like this. And there we go. So now the dispensers are hooked up to the chest. And we have a reset button over here. Like so. And that is basically the machine. That's pretty much it. It's a very, very simple loot randomizer. And we can just toss some of this in. And wow, the random loot. Alright. Oh, this guy flew all the way over here. Which reminds me, we're going to want to do this so the loot will actually land on the chest and not go flying away like it just did. And to cover the chest up, one thing to note is that stairs are considered transparent, so even if they're on top of a chest, you can open the chest, which is very good. So we can just do that. And didn't we... Yeah, we have enough space to do this. Alright, this is looking pretty good. I'll just bring it out like so, and we have a randomizer. I know I went by this pretty quickly, but you can pause the video and look at it. It's a really simple mechanism. Very, very simple. And before I go, I actually want to test out one more thing. When I was building this, I had an idea for another randomizer. I still can't make the thing that it just pushes it into the chest. I really wish I could come up with something. I guess I could use rails and carts and have the carts land on the hopper and do that, but that takes an enormous amount of space, and I'm guessing, I don't know, it could be reliable, but probably not. So just trash all this for a second, grab our trap chest. I'm gonna place one, and what I want to do, oh, wrong thing, oh my gosh, my keys, I don't know, the item is sticking for some reason. But what I want to do, so if this, okay, that won't activate that. How about, yeah, that should activate that. So now we'll have the block of redstone, and that stays up. How? Okay, that's awkward. I don't know why it's doing that. We'll try. Something I want to try out with the redstone lamps. Just hold tight. We're gonna try reverse. Or wait, actually. Alright, yeah, that'll retract. Okay. No. There we go. Basically, what I want to happen is a chest where if you access it, it will tell you that you've already accessed it. So you don't have to go through it again. Now, it looks a bit lopsided, but that's fine. Just get that there. And now that's lit up. Okay, how am I gonna do this? If the block is pushed there, then right. No, that will shoot the piston. Alright, I think I have it. Just might. No. No, that won't work. I'll have to put it underneath. Okay, hold on. Will a piston be activated if there's redstone underneath it? No. Okay, good. Good. There we go. I think that'll give you twice the loot, too. Yeah. Yep, that gives you twice the loot. So this could be used for like a mega chest. Let's just surround this with gold. Make it look nice and tacky. Yeah, that's how we like our loot. Surrounded by gold. And we can make it resettable by putting another piston here. Oh, psh. Psh, look who's smart. Oh wait, how are we gonna do this now? Meh, we can just do this for now. But, yep, full reset. And we'll throw some items in there. And we get 2 items out of it because it's a tacky super chest. And we can reset it and do it again. So yeah, this was, I don't know, it wasn't much of a tutorial. It kind of turned more of into a troubleshooting sort of. I build while I try to give a tutorial. I did give one tutorial to make this thing though, and this world as it is will be up for download in the description. So you can download that if you missed anything, or if you missed anything while I was doing the tutorial. And even if you understand something I don't, and if you can figure this out, that'd be super awesome. And you should definitely tell me something if you figure it out. But thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.